see. I don't know who's going to show up today, being as I did not post any reminders, any thumbnails, or anything. So, no thanks. Let me know if you join and what you are hydrating with and where you are joining from. And I was thinking about what I was going to talk about today. And I think I just want this to be a very organic conversation, share with you all my perspective for the next 4 years, how I plan on approaching them, my mindset, and I definitely want to hear from you about yours. So, ooh, looks like I need to plug up this computer. Hold on, y'all. Cord is all tangled up because I've been traveling and I just threw my cord in the suitcase. Hold on. Let me go. Oops. Get my plug. All right. Grab my tea. And if no one joins, I am not mad. I'm going to say my piece and y'all can catch the replay. Making me some tea. Doing lemon balm and spearmint today. Create. Okay. All right. Lemon balm and spearmint. We're going to let that steep for a minute. So, firstly, I was in Alabama speaking at the Southern Region Small Farms Conference. Look, hey, boo. Hey, niece, how are you? I was just like, I didn't put any type of notice or anything. So whoever comes, it's meant for them. I want this to be organic conversation. And honey, it can be just us. It can be just me and you. And that is plenty. Let me know if you want to be on video or not, because I think I can put you on video. So let me know. But I was showing the award that I got this week, and they gave it to me for keynoting. I was keynoting at the Southern Region Small Farms Conference, and I was talking about what I love to talk about, creating a farmer-owned brand and increasing sustainability, both economically and environmentally, and have it benefit your bottom line as far as profitability and your bottom line as far as your contribution to the world. So it was a fantastic conversation. They were so, so kind. I was able to spend some time in my home state. I did not travel to my hometown because I needed to get back. I've been traveling a bit lately on the road, getting these funds. And today I want to talk about the next 4 years and what my perspective is. Do tell, what's going on with you? What are you sipping on? And wait, some more people join. It says 5 people. Y'all know we say hey when we come in the room. Say hey, let me know where you are connecting from. Hey, Katrina. Yes, I'm so glad y'all are joining. Thank you so much. You know, I gave y'all my word that I'll show up, and sometimes I may not post or a reminder, but I'll let you know if I'm not going to show up. For sure, I'll let you know if I'm not going to show up. Hey, Kay. I love it. I love it. Let me know. Okay, what? You want to get on camera with me? I'll figure it out. Hold on. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, group layout. There's 2 people. Let's see. How do we do it? No, I don't want to put her in time out. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me put my banners on here. Yep. Okay. Let me always provide an opportunity to support. Niece, I'm trying to figure out. Hold on. Okay, new layout, edit layout. Okay. Oh, what did I do? No. I want to add a video. Camera slot. Okay. Let's see. Add another one. Okay. All right. I'm figuring this out. Well, we only got a couple people on here. Y'all be patient with me. Okay, how do I get her? How do I get somebody else on here? Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna discard changes. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna figure it out because invite. Hold on. Okay, invite. How do you invite somebody? Send this link to your guests. Okay. I'm just gonna put it in the chat in case someone wants to join. All right, let me see. Figuring something out, y'all. Figuring something out. Okay, how do I want to send y'all a message. Hold on. Create a channel. Oh, to join the chat. Handle. No, I want to be at Clorinda Stanley. No, we want it to be at Pharmacy. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, I'm signed in under the wrong account. Okay. Y'all give me a moment. Thank y'all so much. I do appreciate it. It would be fantastic if I did this on my own time. But honey, that ain't gonna happen, okay? Because your sister girl be busy. So, okay, let me edit that. All right. Moderation helps everyone feel safe. I ain't worried about no moderation right now. When it gets to that point, then it's time to curate the room. Oh, thank you. I don't have anything on, y'all, other than some gloss. I hope that link, let me know if that link worked. All right. No, I want to close that one. All right. Let me know if that link worked, y'all. And somebody test it out. Let me see. I'm back on StreamYard. Okay. I don't know how it works. I want to see if I can get someone else on here with me. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Y'all let me know. Anywho, all right, let's get into this conversation. First of all, how are we feeling? Let's do a check-in and tell me how we're feeling. I'd love to know. How are we feeling? Um, yeah, how just hop on. Hello. Hey, Ebony. Hey, y'all. I can't tell you how much, especially the older I get, living a stress and drama-free existence is prioritized. How much it helps with how I feel, how I take care of myself, my skin, my joints, everything. Because when you prioritize well being, you have to prioritize your stress level, or prioritize decreasing your stress level, increasing your hydration, protecting your peace, curating the energy. Like that is absolutely fundamental. And, things are going to happen in life. We're going to experience things. I was just looking at this sister. My best friend sent me a reel of a sister on IG. I think I may have just, I think I shared the post and I don't remember her name, unfortunately. But she was talking about, that life is going to be life and you're going to experience chronic stress. That's when something happens. We experience some type of trauma or situation. That's chronic stress. But acute stress is when you just sitting in it. I may have it backwards, where acute is when it happens. That's when life is lifing. And then chronic is when you're just consistently experiencing stress. And ain't nobody trying to do that. Ain't nobody trying to do that. Feeling good, trying to figure out if I should stay in the States or not in the streets. We're going to touch on that. At least my perspective, and I'd love to hear y'all perspective. KD, chaotic. I am okay today. Tampa, the crafty queen. Hey, hey, how are you? I'm going to definitely touch on that. I want to share my perspective for the next 4 years and beyond. And I want to hear from you all as well. Again, I am sipping on lemon balm and spearmint. Lemon balm, fantastic nervine, protecting the peace, maintaining the calm. It also will help me with my nap that I'm going to take after this. I like deep, restful sleep. The the sister I was talking about, the um, IG post she made, she talked about sleep hygiene. And I was like, ooh, that's the perfect term to describe it. Sleep hygiene. If you are not having deep, restful sleep, if you're waking up several times a night, if you're having unpleasant, crazy dreams all the time, if it's just not refreshing, if you're waking up tired, then you've got to address your sleep hygiene. I'm improving my self-sufficiency skills. Okay. Yeah, for certain. For me, and let me just be upfront with this. I'm not particularly interested in being the consummate diplomat or neutralizing my feelings and sanitizing my words so that I can remain within the confines of what's considered to be political correctness. I'm not. I am very open that I'm not out here growing these herbs for everybody. I put my heart and my soul into producing these plants. Um, and not everybody, in my opinion, is worthy of them, to be quite frank with you. Not everyone is worthy of my efforts. And I'm looking at it also from the standpoint of what it takes for me to exist in this space as a Black woman farmer on a working, producing farm, right? And with that, I am also so okay with people electing to not be a part of the space that I am creating. I am at an age where I'm not looking for a savior. I am defining a safe space. And that looks different for different people. I know some people there's a lot of conversation that I've seen where people are talking about leaving the country, and I get it and I respect it. For me, I do want to ultimately have another home, another property outside of the US. But I also love it here at my farm. I absolutely love it. And my attitude is I keep my peace and I keep my peace. I absolutely refuse to allow this society to force me to walk around in fear. And this is my personal perspective. I know we all come from different places and different spaces, and I understand if people are fearful. I get it. However, I refuse to walk around in fear. I'm not going to do it. I love it here. I love it at this farm, even though North Carolina demonstrated with these last elections. I'm not afraid to discuss uh, political issues. I'm not afraid to discuss what I consider to be human rights issues. And I think North Carolina is the perfect study in that it was not about party lines. It was not about political ideologies. Because here in North Carolina, we had a Republican Black man who self-identified himself as NAZI. I don't know if that's a censored term or not, but who identified himself as that, repeated the rhetoric of the national platform, was endorsed by the person that they have identified as the chief executive officer of the United States of America, and he lost. Now, how is it that he lost? If you are saying that it's about policy, if you're saying that it's about making the country great again, if you're saying it's about political affiliation and ideology, the left versus the right and all that flim flam, then why y'all didn't vote for that Black man that the orange being endorsed? I'm just asking. Yeah. So understanding that and being from a state like Alabama, which, if I have to give Alabama credit as far as its stance politically, what I can say about Alabama is it has been consistent. They don't lie to you down there. They are in your face. They tell you their stance. And while I'm not going to engage with you, I do value when people are upfront with issues that they may have about me, my being, my identity. Let me know up front. Real talk. Because we don't even have to waste either of our time with further engagement. That's how I'm feeling. I am in Raleigh, and I agree with you. They did not know. Too much. It was too much. Come on. Come on. A felon? And you're saying, no, it wasn't too much. It was too much for this Black man to be saying. Like, for a Black man was silent. Okay. You you are who you are. And again, I value people being, you know, upfront, direct, whether it's the people actually being it or the data. And the data is the data. So, okay. Like I said, would like to have another residence outside of the US. I like options, but I have no desire to relocate at this point. I got all my kids here in North Carolina. My grandkids are all here in North Carolina. I've been in the South my entire life. Yeah, it's just not a personal goal of mine, but I get why people are leaving. I get why people are leaving. I get why the fear is there. And I try my best to make it a point to understand different perspectives. And I don't tell people how to respond to continuous trauma, cultural trauma. I don't. But for me, for the next 4 years, there are some things that I'm changing for sure. Hey, and is this Chanel? Let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. So glad you could join. Yes, perfect. I love this intimate crowd. Yeah, I'm going to be changing some things the next 4 years. I'm going to be changing how I am going to use my energy. I'm going to continue focusing on Green Heffa Farms, but I've decided that I am more than likely I'm going to sell my other property and build me a mortgage-free small home here on the farm. Not a tiny home, but a small home on a foundation, personal size. I don't have a desire personally to have multiple thousands of square feet of a house. I don't need that. I'd much rather create a home where the spaces are used. My other house, I have empty bedrooms. It's people that are homeless. Or unhoused. Excuse me, there are people that are unhoused, and I just refuse to have multiple empty bedrooms when there are people with no housing. And now my understanding is things have already been happening. The Supreme Court has made it possible for I think municipalities to make being unhoused a criminal offense. And so being cognizant of that, I want to be cognizant of the space that I use. I also don't want to be heating and cooling a whole bunch of unused space. I need space for me to be comfortable, a good guest room. So when my dad and bonus mom come, bestie, select folks, they can be comfortable and I can cook them breakfast. And I don't really be cooking for real, but for my peeps, I'll get up and cook them some breakfast. Now, don't be looking at me for lunch and dinner. Well, we ain't doing all that. We're gonna go out to eat or something, okay? But yeah, my pets are comfortable and I have room for my artwork and my books. And my rocks and crystals and records and things like that, but a personal size house and be mortgage free. And I want to focus the next 4 years. I'm not necessarily trying to be off the grid. As long as the grid is working, I'm gonna ride the hell out of it. But I want to have other options. So I want to increase the solar capacity out here at the farm. I want, for example, to have a solar powered well as well as the electric well. So while I do not have a water bill here at the farm, one of the challenges is that the well is electric. The pump on the well is electric. So that means when electricity goes out, so does my water. And so I want to fix that and have either a solar well or even a manual well so that we have consistent water supply. And I also want to increase our solar capacity. We have two solar power stations, big battery banks, but I would like to increase that. And so those are some of the things along with the infrastructure improvement I want to create out here. I am still committed to getting more Black farmers into the medicinal plants and herbs production space, especially as there's going to be less imports coming in from foreign countries, particularly China. And believe it or not, a lot of the herbs that are purchased come from China. Like when you go on those e-commerce platforms that can get you something in a day or two. All right. That's going to be more expensive. That's going to be more expensive. And I really want to help Black farmers get into that space. But with that said, I'm not going to be dealing with folks getting on my nerves. I'm not letting anyone come to me and say, this is your responsibility, your burden. You have to do XYZ. No, 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 no. That is a lie. Black women don't owe anyone shit. I don't owe anyone a damn thing. I don't. I've already ensured that I've looked out for my children and grandchildren, and anything I create is theirs, but not because I owe them, but that's because I love them. The only person owed and my energy for the next 4 years is me and my peace and my well-being. And I'm not a harmful person. I don't take advantage of people. I don't like to mistreat people to get to where it is I'm trying to go, etc. So I don't have any concerns about that. I'm a very loving person and giving person. I'm a lover girl. I love to give. I love to do for people, but it can be extractive and people can just expect you to give, 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 give. At the point that I don't feel that there's an exchange, even if the exchange is me giving and I'm getting the dopamine from it, the feel good, then I ain't doing it across the board, period. And that's just that. I'm not going to do it. I want to support. I want to give in a way that's in alignment with who I am and what feels good to me. But for the next 4 years and beyond, nobody's going to be trying to guilt me. Nobody. Or make me feel like I owe them something or demonstrate or I'm going to be putting myself in spaces where I don't feel valued. If I don't feel valued, instead of building resentment and being like, oh, I can't, bye. And by continuing to focus on living my life in a way where I maintain my quality of life, but do it in a way that allows me to just really be careful about the spaces that I go into and who I allow into my space. And that's why I would build a smaller home that the mortgage is paid off on, as opposed to, building something bigger, because they'll give it to you. They'll give you, the means to enter yourself into an economically stressful environment. And I don't want that. I don't want to have to ever be concerned about getting canceled because I subscribe. I ain't subscribing to shit but my happiness and my peace and my well-being, because I deserve that. I honestly know that I deserve that. I'm a good human being. I don't need that to be validated. I know I'm a good human being, and I deserve to be happy. I deserve to have peace. And I refuse to allow this spiritually raggedy ass society to rob me of that. So I'm going to be doing some more fun travel over the next 4 years. I'm going to be even more selective about environments I go into. But the environments I go into, I'm going to bring my whole self. I'm going to continue to love in a way that is fulfilling and really nurturing myself, continuing to be kinder to myself, continuing to move my body, which is really important the older I'm getting. Trying to make sure that I keep my joints moving, and I am herbally fortifying myself, taking care of my well-being from the inside out as well as the outside in. So I'm going to be working more on experimenting with herbs, doing more salves, doing more topical products. I want to do more with hair. It looks like I don't have no edges, y'all. These are actually, when I put my edge control on my white hairs, it makes them look like they're flesh tone at first. And then later on, the white will pop. I don't know. It's weird. If y'all know of an edge control that doesn't do that, let me know. But I want to work on more hair products and things like that, and just really open myself up to more experiences. I think I'm going to start back dating. I admit I have not really been serious about it. I have been focused on building the business. Honestly, you know, I won't go into detail, but it just was a bad experience, my last legal entanglement. And at the end of it, I was just so happy to have gotten out of that situation, whole for the most part, intact. And I had to work through a lot of things because I was really hard on myself, um, in how I got in that situation. I was like, I thought you knew better, but clearly I didn't. But I tell you what, that the last time old dude got elected was the beginning of the end. When he got elected and I saw that he was able to secure the presidency of the United States, I said, oh, hell, ain't no way. If he can do that, I can't have the life I want. Shit. I was like, let me start working on this. Took a few years to get unentangled, but I was like, let me start working on this. So these next 4 years, yeah, got in the office again, the hell I ain't gonna be out here peaceful and enjoying life and living the life I want to live. And I'm gonna attract the right customers. I'm gonna attract the right supporters. I am confident of that. I know that. So when people, like, I've been losing folks left and right on IG, I'm so okay with it. Bye. Bye. And I used to be, I used to have a mindset, like even on YouTube, I'd be like, oh, my audience is growing so slowly. And I had my moments where I would look at, some of the makeup girlies or the surgery girls or, fashion, whatever. And I'd get in my feelings and be like, how is it that they just making all this money? And, audiences are buying them 3 luxury cars. And I like a 0-turn lawnmower, but I had to get out of that energy. You have to get out of that energy. And I'm really focusing on aligning with the right energy. And I just posted a post on the Green Heffa Farms IG page, and it was of us loading up one of our tractors. And we are, Sandy, my farm manager, is going to run the tractor and the equipment to prep a field for a young farming couple that also work on the farm a few days a week. And just really focusing on ways that we can support the community. And that way, the grant that my farm received, that I'm able to pour into other farms as well, doing more things that, really feel good. But like I said, they're not extractive, and really focusing on ensuring that I'm aligned with energy that is not going to pull. And that's important because I'm not going to allow this presidency to rob me of peace. I'm not. Not these folks around here. I prefer to smoke, but I could come with it if necessary. And I don't want to, like, I'm not going to be walking around in that uptight, a pensive type energy. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to walk around chill. And I ain't going to be, another thing, as a Black woman, I'm not trying, like I said earlier, I'm not looking for a savior. I'm not going to be anyone's savior. I'm not. It is about being in safe spaces. And that's my focus. So let me hear from y'all. I just been talking. What y'all got to say? Thank y'all for letting me share that. I really appreciate it. Like, for me, really, like, this is safe space, and I hope to create safe space here. And I'm gonna put in a plug for really increasing your well-being with herbs in different ways. And I think I'll do a video on that, like really going a little more in depth about using herbs topically, using herbs as a steam. Okay. Hey, niece, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
What's joining?
Yes, ma'am. I'm so excited to catch you on the live. I just left church and I saw you, and I was like, "Yeah, this is where I need to be at."
You have a spot in my heart. You're just such a beautiful spirit. I just love you.
Thank you. I love you more. And when I saw like what you want to talk about for the next 4 years, I was thinking about this is the perfect topic right now because it's about to be a new year in about 2 months. And it's time to bring out them planners, and it's time to get jotting because I took out a planner I had all this year,
Show
and I
us,
felt
show us one
horrible.
of your planners. Show everybody one of your planners and tell them
I
more about it.
got, I got well,
Tell us
I
who you are.
actually got like a whole binder.
Tell
Me.
everyone who you are and your platforms. Talk about you for a minute. You're doing so many awesome things.
Thank you. Okay, so my name is Tamara Cox, and on Instagram or IG, I go by Ag with Miss Cox. I am a stay-at-home mom slash farmer, and you will see me post videos spending time with my kids and pretty much growing or starting my farm. I grow loofah and garlic right now, and I follow you, Auntie, because you know they say that you want to be around people who you want to be like, and I do want to be like you.
You
So I
know what
follow
I'm gonna
you
say in response to that?
because like
No,
you're
you are gonna be
like me.
you are gonna be you. You are your biggest role model. I can be inspiration, I can serve as light, but
Hmm.
only to add to your light because we need you, honey. We
Yes,
need you, okay?
yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. I just love your videos and how you break down all what the herbs means and things of that nature, because my son, he has eczema,
Yeah.
and we be in the woods a lot, so we deal with some ticks, and I'm like, okay, this be great, because if you start doing tutorials and workshops of salves and solutions and stuff, and enlighten me more of herbs in 4 years, I would love to be working on how to make salves and teas for eczema for kids or adults, and stuff for respiratory coughs, because I notice it's getting worse around the
Yeah.
fall winter season, and for ticks, because there's no treatments for ticks other than
You know
uh
what?
what other than steroids.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about my 2025 on farm workshop schedule. And my son has two of my kids actually have eczema. My son and my oldest daughter. Um, that could be one because I'm growing calendula. I have calendula. I've been thinking about selling calendula on the website. I just only have so much.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm growing more and other things, holy basil. Like there's so many good,
Hmm.
some butters that okay. All
Yeah.
right, you giving me ideas. Okay. But
Yeah.
you got access to me.
Oh yes. Like I was trying to
Yeah.
figure out which membership on your thing, because I want to subscribe to your membership every month, and I think I got like 3 memberships on your Instagram. Now, which one is where you have like meetings and stuff? Which
That's
membership?
the So Green, which I'm revamping that. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do that. Um, so let's talk, but you don't have to have you know you can hit me up.
Yes, man,
You
because I just love you. You're just like such a
you don't have
wonderful person. And
to
I
do that.
love when you put that BBL. I was like, yes, being a black farmer for
Being
real.
a black land owner, yes. And the folks that were in my inbox um thinking I was saying I got a BBL. And I'm like,
No,
I
when you
want a
work on the
zero.
farm, you get one.
Look, the way I want this zero turn lawnmower, and folks just like I don't.
Right. Exactly.
You think I actually put it? I'm trying to build cultural assets. Okay, I'm trying to
Amen.
build assets, but I love that. And tell us about your planner. Let's talk about.
So, well, my planner, I haven't
Huh?
bought a new one, but my planner, so I got like 3 planners. But my planner,
One.
let
Where
me
is
see.
it? Yeah,
Well,
do I have
let me do the binder one.
okay.
So the binder one, it
Let
helps.
me look at a couple of comments real quick. Okay. Chanel, okay, Ebony says, what let me go up. Ra, thank you very much for speaking the truth. Absolutely. And thank you for joining, for being such an awesome customer. Ra, you are fantastic. Ebony, interested in starting a small farm. I did offer workshops last year focused
Mhm.
on starting a farm. But also, Ebony, hopefully you've looked at some of my other videos on this channel, because I really be trying to document stuff. I haven't been sharing like clips lately of us actually some of the stuff we're doing on the farm. I have tons, and look, got two phones, tons.
That's
But
right.
it's a time thing in editing. But I hope to share more. Thank you so much for sharing. Chanel says Black women are not sharing like this where I am when I was young. Either
I got
me.
one of my planners.
Okay, okay, it's okay. And I had no validation for living a life that served and fed me. This is healing to watch. Honey, we got to be self full before we can give to anybody else. Ebony, it's time to create our own reality in life, be our own savior, not the government. Ain't nobody coming to save us. Chanel says, I'm jealous. I want to grow loofah, but the squash bugs have a stranglehold. So maybe you can share some insight on how to protect these loofah. Okay. Ebony, learning how to treat my daughter asthma with herbs. Beautiful.
Mhm.
I love the boutique farm concept. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not trying to be out here being conventional, traditional, or have a setup that I'm just haggard, you know? No, find the right people. I want to be a BBL too. Yes. All right. So you found one?
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
probably trying to toe up from the floor because you know the planners be
It
coming with
should.
pages
Yeah.
and stickers and all that stuff. So with my planner, I always put notes
Would
and
you
ideas.
move it over to in front of you? You can't see it.
Like
Okay.
it's just I know
Let's look at the front.
this is this year's planner.
Yes. Mine is over in the guest tiny. So how do
It's
we use the planners and how can we get one?
it's so important to use a planner because what I learned as a stay-at-home mom, time management is so serious and real because if you do not put it in a planner and set a schedule for everything, you're going to realize that you're going to realize is what you're doing, is it for your purpose or against it? And that's going to help you utilize your time better. With me having a planner, I write down my to-dos. Like for example, my loofahs, when to look out to go harvest, I mean when to plant them, and then when to look out to go harvest them, when to clean it. And also because if you don't, as soon as you harvest the loofah, it's gonna start molding. And then when it starts to get molded, lose you're gonna lose out. And then I have to write down create an Etsy account and things of that nature. So you have to make yourself accountable. And I want to let you know it's not all going to be done in one day. That's why you have a planner for the whole year. So, and the reason why it's good to have a planner because I always hear that you have to, what does it say? It's like the reason why you fail because you plan to fail or something like that. It's some kind of, it's well, how it go? You fail to
Failure to
plan.
plan is a plan to fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they don't teach you to have a planner. Like like for example, if you went to school or college, they always have a syllabus and it's a planner and it tells you what you need to get done at a certain time so that you can graduate on time.
Yeah.
Do the same thing for yourself.
Yeah.
And if you need help with a planner, use ChatGPT, but be specific. Say, hey ChatGPT. You don't have to say hey ChatGPT, but you can just put down go on ChatGPT and say, in the next 5 months, write me a schedule of how to successfully grow my loofahs, market my loofahs on 1 acre. Be specific with your acre.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be specific with your plans and your goal, just like you got to be specific when you ask God for, like, what you want in life. Because you
Uh-huh.
can't say, God, I want a lot of money. What's a lot of money? Like I
Exactly.
remember
You gotta
when
be
I got
specific. And let me just say a tip with like a chat GPT or AI. You really want it to work hard for you, go into it and say, imagine you are a beginning farmer. And you can even be specific. Imagine you are a Black woman beginning farmer that is interested in building um, a customer base for your loafers. Is it loofah or loafer? Loofah, right?
Ufa, and depending on some of the accent,
Yeah, loofah. And then put on there, say, grown using organic practices, regenerative practices. It will be a startup with a modest budget of, like, give it some detail and make
hmm
it really work for you so it can be very specific. Um, and I know some people are hesitant about artificial intelligence. I get it. But for me, honestly, I'd prefer to just let my brain cells relax a little bit. AI will work something up and then I can go back and put my touches on it and really personalize it and make it relevant to my situation. So, anywho, I also want to point out with these planners that this is an example of entrepreneurial thinking. Even though she is a beginning farmer who is expanding, not starting her farm, because clearly she has started, who is
yeah,
expanding her operation, she has an actual physical product um, that she has put out to generate some revenue. So if you can use a planner, if you're interested, tell us how we can support you. How can people get in touch with you? What's your socials, website? Like, let us know. How can we connect with you?
you can definitely connect with me on IG. Just type in ag with Miss Cox. And if you want to support me, I do have books on Amazon and garden journals. So just click on my link tree in my bio and IG and go ahead and support me. I did make a beginner's garden journal and it has all the months there that talks about what to do each month. And it has like pages to get to know your plant because I always like to tell people when you start a garden or been gardening, don't go crazy and buy a whole bunch of plants. Just do one plant at a time, like you going on a date. Okay, so let's not go crazy.
That's good advice because the reality is you're not going to have the same experience growing all plants. And there are going to be plants that you actually may not enjoy growing. And for me personally, because I consider this to be my customized joy factory, I need to experience joy in what I'm growing. And I will say for all of you, let them babies, you got three
I got
boys,
three boys. Yes,
three,
ma'am, three boys, and
three.
another one on the way. I'm having another one on in April, due April.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that, niece.
Yes, it's thank you. It's we're happy and surprised because we had a miscarriage early this year in February.
Oh,
So and this one, I'm 4 months, so we're praying for
church
full
by
term. Yeah.
yes,
So
yes,
this is my garden journal that's on Amazon.
yes. And normally, y'all know I ain't no Scamazon fan, but I'll call it Amazon for this. Okay, this is the
And this is
type
full of
of stuff
stuff too. Like I
I'm
got
like support, support. Yes, for certain.
yeah, so please check out my IG page at Ag with Miss Cox. And if you are a beginner and want to start your journaling, it's not a planner, but it can get you started. I have months. I even got pages of what to do in each page because I used to teach And I got like plant logs because I want you to know about if your plant is poisonous that you're going to plant or not. Because daffodils, you can't make those into teas because those are poisonous and things of that
Like
nature.
comfrey, which is a beautiful one for topical use, but it's
Yeah,
poisonous. Like, the myth that all plants, especially when it comes to medicinal plants and herbs, that these plants want to grow to give us medicine. No, these plants want to live. These plants want to survive as a species. And
thank
some
you.
of them will kill you.
Yeah,
Okay. Take you
yeah,
out.
yeah.
So
And
there,
please don't go by animals either. People be like, if the bird is eating it, if the dog is eating it, I can eat it. We do not have the same digestive system. Okay, so please don't go by the animals.
yeah, no. Don't even go by like my dogs. Look, they so domesticated. They don't have My dogs don't have any instinct left. Ain't no canine intuition or nothing. They adorable, but they ain't the brightest. And they're old now, so they can't see worth the damn. So I have to make sure when I'm planning things, and I know my dogs be roaming around sometimes, that I want to know the toxicity with
Yeah,
my animals and my pets and things like that. So it's good to have a journal, and it's good also to connect with it on more of a therapeutic horticultural level. There is such spiritual, mental, emotional
yeah,
engagement when you're growing, right? It's a time to commune. Um, if you are a person that believes in a higher power, I believe in one, and just being able to be out there with those plants, and it's something
mhm,
that requires you to be authentically you. It don't matter how you look in, what makeup you got on, whether your eyelids are bald or you got your lashes done or whatever. It requires you to be authentically you. And I love that about those plants. And it also requires you to understand and accept the
mhm.
ways of nature. Like those times when you do everything right and them plants still die on you,
Yes,
or when the rain just ain't coming.
I
It's
know.
like you're trying to figure it out or whatever. So support, please. I absolutely love this young lady. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for and letting me join you. And I just love you very much.
Yes.
And I'll talk
Let
to
me
you soon.
try to put ag with Mrs. Cox. Let me make
Yes,
sure I got it right. This is on IG. And then how can they find you on Amazon? Like they can go through a
they,
link or something?
yeah, they can go through a link. It should be in my link tree in the bio.
Okay. That bio, y'all. Folks do not like going to the bio. Go to the link tree in the bio. Okay,
Yeah,
love. Thank
thank you.
you. Gonna ask you for her handle. Yes, go follow her. Please, please, please go follow, support. Um, She is one of my honorary nieces. Absolutely love her. Beautiful energy. Um, hey, happy Sunday. So glad you could make it. Hey, Amy, so glad you could make it. We are at the end, so go back. Definitely look at the replay. All right. So glad y'all made it, even though, like I said, I didn't do anybody's reminders, no thumbnail or anything. I'm gonna do it after this before I start on my nap. I got a little deep condition situation going on under here, honey. And so I'm gonna go and take me a little nappy nap. I might make me a grilled pimento cheese sandwich in the air fryer first. Then I'm gonna take me a nap, and then I'm gonna go over to my oldest daughter's house. And she told me yesterday that we were beefing. I didn't even know we was beefing, child. I was like, girl, I'll see you tomorrow. Take my baby some flowers or something. Like, girl, you gotta let me know when we beefing. I don't be knowing. I was just like, I ain't talked to my baby. She's like, Mom, we beefing. I was like, girl, you gotta notify me of these things. But let me go make up with my baby. Can't be beefing with my booze. I'm like, what I do, honey? Mama is sorry. I am sorry. I ain't mean to do it. So, anywho, let me go do that so I don't be on the no contact list with one of my kids because that would be devastating. Oh my gosh. And make up with whatever I done did. Whatever. I did it. My baby said I did it. I'm going to make it right. Daggone it. Ain't no argument from her mama. But thank y'all so much for joining. Make sure you're on the email list. I'm gonna have some specials next week. I have a few. I have a care package, not package, but a care bundle of herbs I put together to help those of us who may feel we need some additional fortitude, some herbal fortitude during these times. I put something together for you and everything, and definitely supports, appreciate Cash Apps, Venmos supporting the campaign. I'm gonna be sharing the t-shirts. My designer did some t-shirts for the campaign that is and folks gonna be wanting them t-shirts, and it's like, no, initially campaign only, maybe afterwards we'll see, but I'm gonna have those specifically for the campaign only right now. So, anywho, thank y'all for joining, and I will see you next Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern. Care for yourself, okay? And don't let anybody place anything on you that's undue. That part. All right. See y'all later. Bye.